Am I recording? Original sound from musician. Does it say recording? Yeah, there it does. Okay. Very good. Very good. So, welcome everybody to the portal of 4-4 energy. Kind of cool. We've been talking a lot about jumping in before it makes sense, just stepping into this, whatever we're doing. We have so many talented people here, and a lot of my readings that I'm getting is, what do I do? And it seems like just take a step, just take a step. That's what we need to do. And so when I was setting up these membership journeys, I go, what am I doing? I said, just do it. Just take a step. So I did 2. And I go, well, I don't know really why I did 2, but now I do, because it kind of synchronistically, it blended in. So and I'm doing tapping into the angelic realm with this 4-4 portal. As I said in the email, this is 4-4 is a master number, probably all master numbers. It drops us into that energy of 8, and 8 is one of the qualities of acknowledging the angelic realm. Whatever that means for you. Is it a galactic? I mean, you look at these angels and they have these things over their heads. It looks like they could be, if they drop down, the little space helmets. And I was watching a YouTube thing where this evangelical guy was talking about angels, and he was telling his kids that they are all spacemen. And I went, oh, okay, okay. So I just left it alone. I mean, I didn't try to well, I was just watching anyway. So I thought it was an interesting take on it. So however we perceive angels, I grew up in a Catholic family, and so we always were talking to angels. And that wasn't crazy. Now, when we talk to spirit and we do mediumship and our guides, you go, yeah, you're a little crazy talking to yourself. But before, it's perfectly fine. So it just has to fit in with our awareness and what we're letting go with. So the qualities of 8, acknowledging the angelic realm. So I set up 2 journeys, one to go to our galactic guides and angels, one to go down into center Earth. And last night I was listening to somebody giving an energy update. It was Lee Harris. And he talked about the 8 qualities that are going on in this month. And he goes, and I'm breaking them up into 2 groups. One is out there, and I'm going, uh-oh, and one is inside. And I went, well, all right then. So we're on the same path. A lot of times we think, that we're not a collective, we're an individual, but we're in this big pool of knowledge, and we're pulling from the same pool. So in his energy update, and I'm just going to tap on what he said a little bit because it's so powerful for this moment and where we're going to go with our guides and angels. He talked about 4 things that are out there that we're dealing with. And one of the things that he talked about was the purge of the collective pain. And I thought about that a little bit with everything that's going on in our world today. As us being sensitives and being tapped in, we get to feel way too much than we should. I mean, we look at all of the destruction on the planet. We look at the loss of animal life, we look at the loss of human life, the destruction of things that were built in beauty, and we just destroy them. And it's like, ow, human life, human suffering. So there's a thing there that it's debilitating when we start thinking about all this. So he was saying that there's going to be a release of this collective pain. And not to say that we're not going to feel some of it, but some of it isn't ours to feel. So that's going to be, it could be one of the questions that we go up and we ask our guides and angels. How do we stay, how do we stay present and not ignore the surrounding things that are going on in our world and still be positive? How do we find movement when we feel like we're in paralysis because there's so much going on? The second thing he talked about, and this throws me, is the timeline jump energy. And I go, oh my gosh, here we go. And so when he was talking about it, I'm like, I don't, I understand timelines. We can, so I mentally understand it. In my heart, I have a hard time with it. So we have multiple time streams that we can live on. And if we just imagine a different time stream, then we are creating that time stream. But then we all come back to our normal, whatever that is, time stream. And some people don't. Some people just stay there and they go, oh, that person is out there and is a little crazy, and they'll put them into a special place, which is, okay, that I didn't really want to jump there. But this timeline energy jump, and he said, that kind of makes sense. We'll find ourselves on a path, and then suddenly we'll go, what happened to that path? We're on a totally different path. So we think things are going one direction, and then they go whoop, and they shift to another one. And so that is really disorienting. And so when we go up and do our journey to our guides and angels, ask them for, how do we maintain our sense of who we are when we're in these time shift jumps? I was thinking about some of the cards that I get that show the many paths. Alberto Villoldo in his shamanic decks has many paths that we can take to get to the same point. There are the Eight of Wands that come really fast, and a lot of times the cards, the Eight of Wands, are all pointing into a central direction. So we just shift, but there's lessons to be learned in that time jump, where we feel like we're so disoriented. So maybe that's the question that we ask our guides and angels. What is it that we are learning when we think we're on the path that's finally going to be the good path, and we find ourselves in a path that is just throwing us off? The other thing he talked about is that, and I love this, I love that he mentioned this, is that we are going to find more action in this time that we're in right now. With these time stream jumps, it's like, oh my gosh. But he was talking about, or I jumped in with, he goes, instead of just floating in this and saying, I'm just going to do my best to keep my head above water in these times. I'm just going to tread water for as long as I can. He goes, we're going to start swimming, that we're going to find the energy and I don't know if it's courage, but we're going to find the motivation to start swimming with the currents and not keep swimming against them, not just tread water. So I thought that was really interesting. And then the final thing that he said that tied it all together was that our growth will come from the collective balance that we are creating inside of us in this community. It's the collective that we are tapping into. So when we see somebody treading water, barely keeping their heads above water, well, we can collectively, energetically help them and show them, not do their swimming, but show them how to navigate these currents and these waves. We can go up the wave and down the wave. We don't have to get caught underneath the waves. So I thought that was really cool. The other thing, and then he talked about the inside, which I'll talk about really briefly, just 4 points. He talked about the dimensional disorientation. I thought about that when we drop into the center of the earth for the next journey. I was thinking, is this going to be dropping down into a vortex of water? And I thought about, are we going to drop into water to get to the center of the earth? And a lot of time that's really disorienting because you don't know what's up, what's down, you're weightless, just as if you're going into space. And so there is that disorientation. We're going to get more telepathic. And I went, ooh, ETs. We're going to be talking telepathically more. We're going to get a more connection to a lot of the collective energy just telepathically. And then he talks a little bit about tapping into all our emotions and being okay with all our emotions, happiness, sadness, anger, grief, as we move forward. So anyway, as I wrote these notes down, a little voice in my head, big voice, big booming voice, said this. He goes, so we want to conclude with you, you've got this. And we know some of you are feeling, what do we have? This doesn't seem like we have anything. It's that time stream slip that you're feeling. It's that floating as if you're about ready to sink and you can't tread any longer and that you're just going down. We are here to lend you a hand, and that's what we want to share with you. And that hand that we are sharing is you, helping yourself. That hand is the collective coming together to help each other in doing this work, coming together and imagining a better world, tapping into our higher selves, our angelic guides, our ET guides, and ask them, how did they pass through their time stream shifts? What is it that we have been conditioned to believe that is holding us back, that is keeping us from using our innate ability to swim and navigate the waves? So take a few moments before we get going and write down some questions, 2 or 3. What is it you want? And you can base them on the 4 energy points we talked about. It's dealing with this purge of the collective pain, the timeline jump, or is it, what is your action? How are you going to get better at doing something? What are you being called to do in the collective to balance the collective growth that comes within us? Um, mm, mm. Okay, and it says, I'm sorry, balance the collective growth that is coming from within us, from within this group, as it starts to radiate out. And it concluded with a thank you. So if you lose your place in the journey, just restate your intention. Restate your question, keep it going. If we are in this place where there's noise from the outside, acknowledge the outside and then just keep going. Okay, a couple of things, little serendipitous things that popped up was I pulled 3 cards on this, and Diana sent me a message today. She decided to clean her house. She had some surgery, so she can't really move around, and her niece came over to help her. So she said, you know, I really want to be there, but I can't. So but she sent me this thing, and she goes, I had a dream about the wheels of the seraphim. And I went, interesting. The card that I pulled was the Wheel of Fortune, which is in tarot, the wheels of the seraphim. The other card I got is the challenge, the burden of walking, and this is the 10 of Wands, carrying the burden as we are. And then the 2 of Cups, the joy. I thought that was excellent. We are moving towards there as a collective with this 10 of Wands to stay together and bring in joy. We've got this. The other card that I pulled was the Frog Clan. And this is cleansing, release, and healing. So that's what this is all about, this journey. It's about acknowledging that we are in this time stream that will have us move forward and then feel like we're moving back and have a shifting and moving all around. We can feel it, we sense it, but how do we get a grip on it? How do we get a grip on it? And the thing that I like about journeying is that we get direct revelation. It's not anybody telling us how to do something. So we get it. We get our own message for ourselves. So let's just so that was a little long-winded, but I like to start off with letting go of some outside influences so we can tap into where we're going with this. So let's just take a couple of deep breaths before we get going and drop ourselves into the centering of what we're doing and tapping into our inner hearts. And we just want to take a deep cleansing breath with this. You can close your eyes if you choose. And imagine a golden light coming from above, filling our our crown chakras, dropping down into our heart chakras, and filling our vessel, our body, with golden light. Let it drop all the way down into the earth and attach us to the earth and shoot us all the way back up to the heavens. We take another deep breath and we call on the energies of the 4 directions. We call on the winds of the east, eagle spirit, to show us how to let go of that branch and soar. We call on the spirits of the south, jaguar, be with us. our ancestors who stand behind us. We call on the winds of the west, the healing waters. Help us heal. Help us not have anger and pain, and let us have love in our hearts. And we call on the winds of the north, white buffalo calf woman. Show us how to walk this wheel with sacred intentions, sacred actions. And we call on Mother Earth at this time. We honor your regenerativeness, your love for us. Some of us, let's ask to be better stewards of the earth. And I wonder why I said some of us. Maybe some of us are good stewards of the earth. And we call on Father Sky. Thank you for showing us the light in the dark. Okay, so I am going to grab my instruments. All right. And so as we take a deep breath, I'm just going to double check this to make sure that the sound is okay. Let me know if it isn't. Does that sound good? I think it does. Perfect. Okay. So let's use the rattle and the drum. So let's take another deep breath. And we drop into the rattle. We feel ourselves shifting. Getting lighter and brighter. We take another deep, slow breath. And we gently rise out of our chairs. And we set our intention to go to see our angels, our guides, our galactic beings, our higher awareness. And we have some questions to ask, but we're going to go to the upper world. And so as we are thinking and setting our intentions to go to the upper world, to talk to our guides and angels, ask them how to navigate this time. How did they do it in their time stream? We find ourselves rising out of our 3D rooms, out the door, and we find ourselves in a field. And in this field, we see an energy ball. It's a luminous energy field. And it stops us in our tracks. We look at ourselves and we see the same. A luminous energy field. We look behind us and we can see that our 3D ego shells have been discarded. And Mother Earth is cleansing and cleaning our 3D shells. And we are just experiencing our light bodies. How does this feel to us? Is there a color? What's around us in this field? Are the plants talking to us? The hidden folk? Do we have our power animals with us? Did they show up? You may invite them to blend with you on this journey. And we feel a calling to blend with this luminous sphere that we saw. And we gently walk into it. Was there a door? Did we walk into it like we walk into water? And now that we are inside, what does it look like? What does it feel like? Let's just get acclimated with the sights, the smells. Use all your senses. Is it a spaceship? Is it just energy? And as you are acclimating to this sphere, you notice you are no longer on the plane in the field. You see other means of getting to the upper world, and you were way past those. Easy. It was gentle. Past the stars, into the ethers, the collective ethers of all. And at some point, we stop. We stop the movement and we just are. And we invite our galactic heritage. We invite our angels, our guides, maybe a departed loved one to come visit, to come close. Ask them how they navigated the time shifts. Ask them how to help the community, how they did it. quiet for a while. And if you lose your place, reset your intentions. Reset your questions. And if nobody seems to be showing up, move on to another place in the ether field. Get in the luminous sphere. Call your guides and angels close. To get back into our sphere. And as we get back into the sphere ever so gently, the sphere is going to take us to the great central sun. fear slows down, it drops us into another field. And this great central sun appears to be a small fire in this field. And there is an elderly man that is tending to the fire. It's quiet, reverent, and out of the corner of our eye we see an elderly woman. She walks up to the fire and she gently throws some things on the fire that send rays out from the fire. Time streams. She takes one of those time streams and she wraps it around each of our hands, being connected. Just sit with this feeling of the interconnectedness of it all. In this field with the great central sun, grandmother, grandfather, in a place that looks like Mother Earth and Father Sky all together. The hidden folk come out, our galactic friends, our power animals, and our ancestors. All connected, all around the great central sun. And if you choose, you can ask the great central sun a question or send a feeling of love or request something from this. starts to shift. We are being called into our luminous sphere that will take us back. We say goodbye to the great central sun, to grandmother, to grandfather, all our relations. We thank them for being here. And we climb into our spheres. And before we do, the great central sun, whatever that was, reaches into the sphere and places a gift in your heart. And off you go. Back through the ethers into our star system. Back down through the atmosphere onto the field. And we get out of the sphere and we walk up the path. We see our egos, our 3D bodies, clean, ready for us. We gently slip it back on, and we find ourselves back in our rooms, ever so gently. We take a deep breath, and we wiggle our fingers ever so gently, coming back. Slowly. Wiggling our toes and fingers. And if you want to write anything down, now's the time to do that. Okay, thank you all for being here. Blessings to you. And let's close up the sacred space. Thank you, guides and angels. Thank you for supporting us in this journey, bringing this community together. And this space is now closed until you want to go back into it again. And then it opens up real easy. Thank you, thank you, thank you. All right, have a great day, you guys. Bye, everybody.